Hey everybody, so TWP. So I got a new gadget, and there's no better way to really try it out is in the rain. That's what it's made for. So we're going to see if it actually works in the rain. These are called, I'm doing a review of storm-proof matches. A little different than waterproof matches. They do come in the container with the striker. They look a lot different than the waterproof matches I've had before. So we're going to see what happens. Supposedly, you can soak this in water for 10 seconds and it'll still relight. I don't know. But let me get a cup of water too. I'll be right back. All right. So I got a little bucket of water. So let's see what happens here. Y'all ready? It's raining like crazy. But let's see what happens. First, we're going to do the bucket test. Here's the match. And I got quite a bit of rain coming off there, so I don't know. There it is, lit. Whoa, dude. Did y'all see it? I give it an A+. Wow, that was pretty fantastic. That was pretty cool. I'm going to put y'all right over the top of that. So, the cool thing would be is if you're out in whoa. The cool thing would be you're out in a situation and it's raining, right? Okay. So let's do one more. Let's hope that you guys don't fall off here. There's the bucket of water. Watch this, y'all. That's the coolest thing since applesauce, man. Okay, we're going to strike it. Whoop. All right, that was a little too hard of a strike. So their sticks may be a little flimsy. I got to find out the secret so we can make our own. So check it out. Strike it. Light it. Duck it. Bring it back out. And once again, you got fire. That's the coolest thing ever. Duck it again. And you still got fire. Y'all see that? Wow. Very impressive. Very cool. So if you were out, y'all, that's cool as heck. So if you were out camping, whatever, your matches get wet, these would re-strike. You got about 10 seconds of extra strike on them. I don't know. That's pretty cool. I don't know how needed it is, but I got them and I like them. So I think that's pretty neat. It's called Stormproof Matches. Now, I've showed before how to make waterproof matches, so I'll do another demo how to make waterproof, but I'm going to figure out how to make these. Anyway, y'all, Stormproof matches. They said they'll relight. They will. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, I got to say. Now I got to go get water for my critters. Anyway, y'all, it's OTWP. Have a good one.
You do your thing, and you do it well. Now, it's time to do it bigger.
Hey everybody, it's OTWP. So I want to talk a little bit about water filtration, what we're doing here in the little cabin, because there's a lot of things you can do and a lot of people really just don't get it. So this is one of the first things we do, pure water system. And it's very easy because you just attach it right here. And there you'll be, I'm going to go into the pure a little bit, but it's really nice because it's adaptable, it's easy. And I think the most important thing is when you're thinking about water is to have something that is small. Then we also have some RO systems and things like that. I'm going to show a whole bunch of different things on this video. So this is the first one. And the nice thing is when it goes bad, as you see here, so you just turn it on right there. You put that down. It will actually flash red. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but it'll flash red right here on this bar. Oops, there it is. So we'll see. And it brings it over, puts it through the system. When this flashes red, you know it's time to change the filter. So that's easy. Then what you do is you just come over here to the back of it, and all you do is unscrew it, right? And I'm going to be replacing this, so you just unscrew that, which makes it real easy, and pop it out. But I think water is really important, so you just pop it out just like that, and then this filter just comes out just like that. And I can actually tell by the way this feels right now is it is time to replace it. It actually will pick up a lot of contaminants. Now we're waiting for those to come in today. So I got to put that back in there, otherwise Dragonflies will be having a fit. Like, why'd you take it apart when you know they're not in yet? But it's super simple to replace. Now the other thing I want to show you is something else that we do. And we have a lot of different, oh, look at her garlic, y'all, look. Oh, she got it growing. She got her plant growing too. There's a lot of different ways that you can purify water and take care of these things. But we're also very, very conservative on water, right? We're super conservative. So hold on 1 minute and I'm going to show you some other things. Yes, I'm taking you in the bathroom with me. The bathroom is almost done. You all want to see a sneak. So we had stuff on the floor. We took it up, put up here. The ceiling is done. A lot of things happening in the bathroom. A lot of organization things. I still, folks, have not been able to get this. I'm going to have to go to Springfield and get the last load, but it turned out pretty nice. Got some little doodads I got to do in here, but this is the other thing is the toilet. We changed out the toilet to a high efficiency toilet. Then on top of that, hold on, I'm going to show you. You can buy these for about $5 to $8. So it's a bladder. You fill that bladder with water, and what it does is it's going to push the other water down. So you're going to use less water inside your toilet, which in return is going to save water. The other thing is in a SHTF, honestly, folks, this water is cleaning. Remember, this water is clean. You probably have 2 to 4 gallons. This would be my emergency water. Like, you know that if you don't drink this water, you're going to be dehydrated. I would still boil it out. But what is this thing called? It is called a Wilet. I don't know. Put it in here, and it's a toilet tank bank. toilet tank bank. So that's going to save you water too. All right, now this is getting ready to get redone, the shower. But see, we bought a shower head that has the on and off button. And that's going to save you water too, folks. Plus, these spigots are going to save you water. So it's another great way to save water. You know, the water. Hey, guess what? Y'all are in the shower with me. We have a lot of work that we're doing when it comes to water and preserving and saving water, using less water. It's really, really important to be conservative, to think about ways you can cut down your bills. Doing some of these little hacks, these little tricks could save you money. I will be doing another water video soon, and we're going to go from the rain catch to the pump to the whole system, how it works. And we got a new pump coming finally after, I think it's been that way for 4 or 5 months. And I'm sure that the electric bill is going to go down from that. But this is OTWP in the shower with the OTWP mag. I hope y'all like it. Scrub it up, dub. Anyway, keep thinking water, keep thinking water preps, and keep thinking ways you can save water. Remember, there's also water always in the bottom in your water heater. So if all shiznick breaks loose, remember those places. And I will be doing a new video about places that you might not have thought of. Your water heater underneath your house or cabin, in those water pipes. Those are great places to get water in an emergency. Morning dew. We'll do a complete one. I think I have like 20 places now. I used to only have 10, but now I have like 20 places you can find water in the real SHTF. So watch for that live stream to come out. I'll see y'all. Let me get out of the shower. I need a cup of coffee. Dragonfly's going to kill me. Anyway, y'all have a great day. This is OTWP signing out for the day. I got to get to work. I got things to do. And y'all do something. Do the dang thing. Do the dang thing daily. Because we never know when something could happen. God bless y'all.
Who could have thought that this little ingredient could help balance glucose levels? Now, most people continue to take blood sugar.
Hey, everybody. It's OTWP. I want you to run a scenario through your head, and I want you to really think about this. I've talked about a lot of things over the last year and a half. So put this what if scenario in your head. I think it's very important. Some people, some crazy preppers, they think there possibly could be some weather manipulation. Some people think that there's plots and different things that could harm people when it comes to the water. So run this scenario in your head. You're in beautiful sunny California or sunny Florida or down in the South where it doesn't usually get too cold. And I've actually had people say this to me. Off OTWP, I appreciate you telling me about winter preps, but it'll never happen here because I live in Arizona. I live in California. It's always nice and beautiful. What if it wasn't? What if it wasn't nice and beautiful? What if the weather sucked? What if the power grid went down in California? What if it went down in Florida? What if it went down in warm states like Arizona? And then for some real weird, strange reason, there was some type of, I don't know if it's really true, but some type of weather manipulation, or what if it just started snowing and snowing and snowing some more until the grid couldn't take it and the grid went down? And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There'd be so many people on the West Coast and the East Coast. I mean, this is just a what if, right? Just a what if scenario, just for fun. But what if they didn't have power? They didn't have heat. They didn't have gas. They didn't have any way to heat their home or keep their family warm. What would happen then? I don't know. Some people talk some really strange stuff on YouTube. I just thought I'd add to it. Maybe a good idea to run some weird what if scenarios through your life, through your family, and think about them. Worst thing that could happen is that you could stay warm. The worst thing that could happen is you could stay alive. The worst thing that could happen is you and your family
could make it. This is OTWP.
Good afternoon, everybody. I think sometimes that prepping, people don't really realize what it's all about. We need to realize that the world isn't as safe as it appears, and sometimes it can actually be chilling, scary for many people. Understanding that your family could be weeks away without having food or water or necessities that you need. Recognizing inaction that can place family members in jeopardy. You've already started to address the fear just by stepping in here this morning. As a result, you looked around on YouTube to find somewhere that could give you information. And you have chosen to take control of your future and put your family into safer hands with an insurance policy. Let's get started by really talking about prepping. Many, many times, a lot of people will think about the SHTF, where everything is just completely full blown. But we have a lot of things going on in this country right now. Food shortages, gas prices, electric going up. It could end up being a war situation, so people are getting really nervous. An emergency is any event that overwhelms your current ability to manage it. And this can be as big as nuclear war or be as small as a job loss. Millions and millions of people around the world have taken the responsibility to put away food, secure their water supply, save money, create a bug out plan, all to lessen the blow of such a catastrophic event. They also cultivate skills, which is very, very important when it comes to prepping, such as trauma first aid, self-defense, being able to forage off your land, being able to make a rain catch. It doesn't take a bunker to survive job loss. Mostly it takes thought and effort to have the gear and the effort to gain the skills and to have plans in place. Why should you even get started prepping? You're probably throwing up your hands and saying, well, it's too late for me. But it's not. As we see political, social, and natural events happening around us, we feel like we're on a spinning top. It's something that has lost momentum that could be very, very scary. And I think the biggest thing is to take things step by step, one thing at a time, kind of a prepper's journey with me, if you will. If you wait, food is only going to get harder to buy, higher in cost, and money's going to buy less. People are going to become more irrational when there's a food riot. And most of all, you'll have less time to learn about what you need to know. The truth is that many, many people around you already prep. They just don't talk about it. They may not talk to you. They may not tell anybody at all. There's kind of this tinfoil hat syndrome. And that's many times why people don't want to talk about it. They don't want to be put into that category of you're a prepper. They keep quiet because of the irrational image. Trust me though, they're out there. And I want to help you today to feel a little bit more comfortable. The average prepper simply wants to protect their family with an insurance policy when times get tough. That's it. That's all. Many don't have a bunker filled with guns and ammo, and most don't have an underground bunker, period. They have extra food for their bug out bag. They have water. They have a backup location to relocate to and a plan. And they quietly go about their daily lives just like me and you. I think the number one thing is to really think about preparedness. When we lived in Florida and Alabama, many times there was weather conditions that were rather scary. Dragonflies lived during Hurricane Ivan. I lived down there during Hurricane Michael. And during Hurricane Michael, I actually watched the canopy of the trees sway back and forth, which was very nerve-wracking. I think the thing is that instead of overwhelming yourself, is just to get to basics. And a real basic thing you can start with is water and food. Water and food. Water and food is so important to be able to survive and get through a bad situation. Water and food is going to help you survive a bad situation. By having a few extra cans of tuna, some extra pasta or rice or beans. So we don't have to go overboard. Just get basic. Make sure you have a flashlight. And we can all use a flashlight, honestly. You should be carrying one in your vehicle and you should have one at home. Take baby steps. I'm going to list some things, and I hope that you will understand how to survive a weather or a man-made catastrophe is prepping. And it's just taking the time to take the steps. Some people go out and they shop $400 or $500. Others can't afford that. That doesn't mean that you're not a prepper. It doesn't mean that you're not preparing for you and your family. So start with basics. Make sure that you have 1 to 3 gallons of water for each person, and maybe a little extra for the animals that you have in your home, such as your dogs or cats. Also, food. Think real basics. Food's expensive right now, and a little food security can never hurt anybody, from gardens to having some extra canned food, some extra freeze-dried food, some extra MREs or dehydrated food. You have to look at your own situation and really decide how much you can afford. And then that's another big step on how to survive. Getting out of the matrix. By getting out of the matrix, you're going to make your life so much more happy. You're going to have less bills. You're going to have less stress and less worry. The thing is live in today, live in the now, and know that it isn't all about the bunker and 17 guns and 50,000 rounds of ammunition. It's about taking the steps to learn some skills and educate yourself on how you can make your situation better. And everybody's is different. You might live in an urban setting while I live in a rural setting right now. You may think, oh, I don't have enough food, where we're concerned about water. I think it's really, really important just to step back sometimes and exhale. Exhale with me. By doing that and just exhaling and then sitting down, getting an old-fashioned something, pen or pencil, and a little notebook. And start by writing the basics. And you might want to grab a pen or pencil right now. Here's what you really need to do just to take those first steps into surviving a man-made situation. 1, water. Most people in the cities do not think about this. You turn on your faucet and bada boom, bada bang, you got water. What if your water was turned off? Have you ever not paid that bill and your water was turned off? Maybe when you were younger, in your 20s, and didn't really consider it was that important. Water is important. Water is very important to your survival. So the first thing you need to do is maybe grab some collapsible bags, some old 2-liter bottles. You don't have to purchase everything. And I think many times that people say, oh, well, I got to purchase this or I got to purchase that. It's not all about buying stuff. So start saving your 2-liter bottles. Fill them with water. Rinse them out and fill them up. Don't use milk jugs. It's recommended by the FDA and other places because it can grow bacteria. But you could still fill your milk jugs with water, but it would be considered non-potable water. Non-potable water is not to drink. You could wash your hands in it. You could water a plant with it, those type of things. But do not consume it. Secondly, food. Let's think real basics. Go look in your cupboard right now. Do you have some canned vegetables? Do you have some fruit? Do you have something high in vitamin D, such as spinach, kale, greens, okra, whatever it may be? Then, do you have some of those potted meats, such as spam, tuna, salmon, sardines, and some peanut butter? Now, if you went and looked in your fridge and you're like, yep, off the wall, I do have those. Do you have enough to get you by for 1 day, 3 days, a week, or a month? Your goal should be to go at least 30 days without going to the grocery store. Right now, I'm not recommending that you test your skills because we are seeing food shortages everywhere. But look at your inventory. Take a real inventory of your food. If today or tonight, all hell broke loose, there was rioting all over the country, and they called ML, and they said, you cannot leave your home. Would you be able to make it? And that's the purpose of this video. Would you be able to survive? So take the time and do an inventory. If you're saying off the wall prepper, I really don't have enough to get by 30 days even. Think small, think simple. Rice, beans, potted meats, peanut butter, a thing of Tang. Tang is very important. It's high in vitamin C. That would be another great thing to have around. Maybe some fruit drinks, a bottle of juice. We went through a prepper list, and several of them are posted on the community page, so you can go back and look at them, and you can take it week by week. Just start with 1 week on the prepper challenge. And this week, I challenge you to make sure that you have enough water for everybody in your household for at least 1 month. So go and get water. 1 to 3 gallons per person per day. So even if you take it on a low average, the 1 gallon, which is recommended by the FDA, I don't agree with it. In my personal opinion, we shoot for 3 to 4 per person per day. We figured it out over a month. We would need 1,500 gallons of water. And that's about what we get hauled in on our cistern. But if you take your time and just start with water, because you could go 4 or 5 days without eating, but you can only go 3 days without water. Another thing is learn your area. We have wild blackberries. We have wild onions. We have plentiful deer and rabbit and squirrel. Folks, you can't eat those. You can eat as many dandelions as your stomach can take. Dandelions are actually very nutritious from the root to the top. Wild blackberries grow here in the Ozarks. Actually, we're going picking again tomorrow. We've been waiting for them to turn the right color. But take the time to look around your neighborhood in your area and see if there's some plants that you can forage off the land. You can go on the internet, Google your state and plants to forage. That's simple. Or you can become a member and you can download the book about foraging. There's several of them. Learn some basic first aid. I can't stress how important first aid is. If somebody gets hurt or needs a stitch, are you able to do that? Do you have some Band-Aids? Do you have some antiseptic? Do you have some wipes? Do you have some alcohol and hydrogen peroxide? Maybe some calamine lotion? Do you have something in case your stomach goes berserk? Most people in a stressful situation, their stomach's going to hurt. It's just a matter of, will it hurt the first day from high stress, or will it hurt the third or fourth day? Diarrhea and constipation will probably set in. Your stomach will probably be gurgling from the stress. So plan ahead. Get a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. Get some Tums, Alka-Seltzer, whatever it may be. Also, think about headaches. Think about common things that you may deal with health-wise, and try to stack up 1 extra bottle. That's all it takes. Some extra Band-Aids, an ace bandage, a snake bite kit. What if the first responders can't get to you? What if they can't make it? What if they're so busy or they're just not responding?
What if all systems go down and you don't have a way to get a hold of anybody? These are just things to think about, folks. But you can survive, and how to survive is to take the first step. And guess what? You did that today by joining in on this live, on this premiere video. We're glad that you're here at the Off the Wall Prepper, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If you ever have a question or a concern or something you just really don't what you should do, feel free to email me at offthewallprepper@gmail.com. God bless you all. This is Off the Wall Prepper. It is a beautiful Sunday. It actually got some rain here in the Ozarks, and I'm looking forward to enjoying a nice, cool day with Miss Dragonflies. Everybody, have a wonderful day. Keep putting one leg in front of the other and do the legwork. God bless you, OTWP Mag, and welcome to all of our new subscribers. This is Off the Wall Prepper signing out.
Okay, everybody. So today we're doing something different. I'm going to be actually making candles. I'm going to be making candles. I'm making emergency lighting, which will be a great thing because batteries are going to run out and other stuff like that will run out. So I think, making some candles. I got a whole candle kit, which is pretty cool. It comes with the top pieces that you need. It comes with the stickers that you need to hold the wicks in place. And it comes with a great big thing of candle wicks. So I've got plenty. I'm going to make about, 4 to 6 of them today. And it's pretty easy instructions. You take this wax or any other wax that you can get. You can use crayons if you had to. And then you want to boil them up kind of like a double cooker. And what I'm going to use is just a pot with hot water. And then this will set inside of it with the wax in it. And then that's how we'll make the candles. So I'll show you the process. We're also going to add some essential oils to these candles just so they smell nice. Maybe some lavender or tea tree oil, something like that. So, and I'm using just little tiny mason jars. These are ball mason jars so we can keep the lid on them until we need them. But remember when you're using candles also to make sure that you put some safety protocols in place. Like don't leave your candles burning without you present in case of a child or an animal or an accident tip over. So that's really important. Always think safety, no matter, especially with candles. But let's get to it. So now I'm just cutting the wax down. I'm going to cut it down into smaller chunks. I got my pots ready. And what kind of essential oil did you pick out? So we're going to have some lavender candles. I don't know if it's really necessary because you're going to melt this down, but Dragonfly suggested it, so I'm going to put it in smaller chunks like that. And hopefully that'll be enough to melt it down pretty quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add lavender here. T-Bone, knock it off. I'm going to add lavender into the pot, and I'm going to add a few drops of lavender into each one of the candles, like so. And then we'll see if I need to add more. So it's a pretty simple process, so let's get at it. Next, you're just going to take a pot, fill it up with some water, and then drop the other one in. Once it's boiling, I would say definitely wait till it's boiling. Definitely wait till it's boiling, folks. We're just going to do it like that. And I'm going to let it boil, get to a boil with that in there. Definitely want a hot pad holder or a towel or something to grab that out of there with. But here we go. Then you're going to take your wick and you're going to take this sticker, this double-sided sticker, and you're going to stick it on there like so, just to get it going, and prep your jars. And you're going to just take your wick and you're going to go ahead and stick it down into the bottom of your jar to prep it, just like so. That way your wick will hold in place. And you do this while your candle wax is getting ready. So there we go. And you can have a long wick, you could have a short wick, you could cut it off, you could do whatever you got to do. There's also a wick holder that's included for the jars once you get them in place and get them going. That's so that the wax doesn't like knock it out of the spot. So, and you want to make sure that you push those down just so that you have a good stand for your wick. And of course, you could always make your own and cut that off and use it double in a dire situation as well. You want to use your little holders like I've just done right here. And there's a little spot in them. So you're going to pull that into it just to kind of hold it in place. And here too. They only give you 2, but you want to feel that snap. You'll feel it right there as it gets in that little crevice. Oops, pull that one up. Just like that. That'll hold that wick up while you're actually pouring your wax. So that's an important step to have, even though it looks like these would be just fine. You probably could do it that way, but you're gonna have to sit here and hold it up so that you don't lose your wick. So make sure you get it going at a rapid boil, and as you can see, folks, the wax is melting. Once this is done and you see that most of your wax is melted, I would suggest you wait about 3 to 5 minutes so that the handle's not super hot, because it's still going to be liquefied, and then you just pour it in. We'll see it in just a minute. Get it going. All right, everybody, so the wax is ready, and I'll tell you what, it smells really good. It smells really good. I want to leave it set a couple minutes because it is super hot, and then it's that simple. The wax melted really quick. I have to admit, which I hate to, but Dragonflies was right. If you do it in smaller chunks, you're gonna be able to do it quicker. And not only that, it's gonna melt quicker. See, if you had to, you could do it over a campfire or something. So that's cool too. All right. The handle's cooled down. And then we're just going to go ahead and pour this. And I'm going to fill these pretty full because I'm going to fill them pretty full. And then I can always make more, but okay, so that chunk only gave me 2 candles really. And one of them's a little short. But this is my first time using a kit. Y'all see me do it out of an aluminum can. And then I'm going to go ahead while it's cooling, which takes about 5 hours. I'm going to drop just about 4 drops of essential oil in there. And this is lavender. This is going to smell nice. I wish we had a vanilla. I guess you could just use vanilla. So that's it. So
we have orange.
I'll come back later and show you how they turned out. You could also add food coloring if you want to make it a different color. And then once it sets up 3 to 5 hours, then you can come in and cut the wick back, however you want to do it. On this one, I'm probably going to go ahead and add more wax to it just so that it's completely full. But you can see that they're already setting up pretty quickly. And the main thing is to go ahead and use that little gauge to hold the wick in like a pretty middle position. That's like really important. I mean, unless you really don't care, but I want them to look good. And you can see down here at the bottom, it's already getting solid. So pretty cool and a pretty easy way to do it. So all you really need is your household paraffin wax. You could also use crayons. And I got this off of Amazon, and I got the kit. This is from Blended Waxes Incorporated. And let me see where they're out of. They're out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So that's cool. You also can buy the candle kit for pretty cheap. I think this was like 10 or 15 bucks, and that's a lot of candles, y'all. That's a lot of candles you can make, and you could double them up. You could cut them. You could actually stick the other part of the wick down inside here without the metal piece. You would just have to have some double-sided stickers, and you could still get by without the metal. You could do it just with the sticker if you're creative and smart. You could poke a hole right through the middle of this, pull your wick down through, and do it that way. So I hope you like this little tutorial on how to make your own candles. Everybody get on point, stay on point, and whatever you do. Okay, so on these last couple, I decided to add blue and red food coloring, and the flavoring or the scent is caramel vanilla. Caramel vanilla. Let's see how it turns out. I don't know if I might have to add food coloring as I'm doing it. I don't know. Yeah, the food coloring is just setting at the bottom. There it goes. That one worked. That one did work. This one did not work. So I'm not sure how you would add the food coloring to get the colors, but I'm sure giving it a try. I would really like to see the candles colored. Oh, maybe I have to stir it around. There's a blue one. And there's a red. Okay, I'll try it. Try it with the skewer and see if it works. Okay, so I'm not sure if the food coloring will work, y'all. You can see this one, it worked. This one, it worked pretty good, the blue. But the red just seems to be setting at the bottom, so I'm not sure why. I'm not sure really what the difference is. I'm not sure why that one worked and the other one didn't. You can see the blue one did work somewhat. So I'm not sure how you would get the color in them. Let's see if you put blue in this, if it will do the same thing. Since blue, royal blue is my favorite color. Yeah, it's not working very well. The food coloring is just dropping to the bottom. So that doesn't really work. Not like I anticipated it would work, but you can always melt a colored candle in there too, guys. I don't know. There has to be some way to get the color in them. Or maybe you have to have some kind of dye to do it. This one came unhooked from there. Oh, maybe I should put glitter in them. There we go. Maybe put glitter in them. That'd be cool. I got some silver glitter somewhere. Unless I used it all when I was messing with Dragonfly stuff about a year ago. I may have used it all. I don't know, because I went a little overboard. But I like it. You can see this one is already pretty much set up. And what I'm going to show next is how I'm going to reuse this part of the wick, because you don't need the wick that high because the wick's going all the way down through it. So hold on 1 minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take pop bottle tops just like this, and you'll have to have it two-sided. You'll have to have it two-sided. Let me slide that back. You'll still have to have your two-sided one here to attach your wick to. Can y'all see that? So you'll still need to have your two-sided, but you know, y'all, I like to recycle and repurpose. So you'll take it like that, unhook it, put it to the bottom of your jar. I don't have another jar to show you how to do it, but what I'm going to do is just say that that wick is about that big. Then you'll just go ahead and wrap it through. Come on through there before you press it down. OTWP, before you press it down. Just push it on through like so. Because you don't need the wick to be that long unless you're doing some really tall candles. But if you have leftover ones, just get a pop bottle top, go up to there, push it over like so, and then push it up, and then there's your makeshift holder. Then you would take this, hook it to the bottom of your jar, and take this other part of the sticker off. But that way, I'm thinking that in a dire situation, you could have double, which, you know, anything you can do to have extra, especially in an SHTF where you can't get stuff, this would be a great little idea. So I just thought I'd share that. I'm going to make about 6 of these today as well, using the extra wicks. And but they smell really good. These 2 candles here, the new ones, are caramel vanilla, and this one is lavender, and you definitely can smell it. And it turned out really nice, so looks good to me. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut these tops off and reuse them. So that's what I'm going to do. I was messing with this one, and you can see that the food coloring just sets. So, you know, it doesn't really matter to me if it's pretty or not. I mean, I'll just burn it as a candle. But this is kind of a cool effect, though. So, you know, you could get that kind of thing going on, too. There's a lot of different ways to do them, but that's kind of a neat effect right there. So I just thought I'd show you that one, too. So I got 4 made. And I'm going to go ahead and make a dozen of these today. And then I'm going to work on some fire starters and a trapping project that I have going on while I'm prepping. This is OTWP. Everyone have a great day.
talking about a lot of things. We're still about 5 minutes early, and I've promised myself not to get started on shows before the time because then people miss out on things that are important. But I'm glad that everybody's here, and they need to hurry up because it's 7:56. I think that that's close enough. Texas Red Lake, top of the morning to you. So the kill switch, we keep talking. I know. I'm not messing with you, Tamara. Well, we were having a spelling contest earlier before the show, and I appreciate the tips very much. Roseanne, good morning. Doug, good morning. Folks, myself and the Battlefield board, we were on for a couple months doing the Battlefield board every Wednesday night, and we kept going to EMP grid down, right? So I started digging down this hole, and thank you, Tamara, for throwing the rope and getting me out of the quicksand, out of that rabbit hole. But I found something very, very interesting. And I will give this away now. I've had people ask me, can I have your resource for the map? So I want to bring the map on first, okay? There's the map, and there's the map of all the incidents that have happened in the United States since about... I've been keeping track of this map since October, and that's why I didn't give away the resource, because I work hard to find these things, and so I'm not always just going to say, oh, well, this is where it's at, and that's just how it is, because, well, that's just how it is. Anyway, as you notice this map, these are all the different incidents, right? And I'm going to drop me down here in the corner. We're going to go through a few of them, and it is... You can look at Z maps and see if you can find it. You may be able to find it now. You may not. The really interesting thing to me is that this is the United States, and we've looked at the other countries, right? We've looked at what's happening in Australia and Germany and other countries. They are not being attacked the way the United States is being attacked in our food chain, okay? In our plants, in our gas, our oil, our fertilizer. And as you see by the map, I mean, it's serious, but back out and look at the rest of the world compared to the United States. Now, you got to go just right here. You all see it? Look at that. You look at the rest of the world, and it's like, there's a few things happening. But you look at the United States, and it's like, what's happening? I mean, if you look at that right now, right there in the middle, folks, it is covered. I mean, that is all of the different things, plants, fertilizer, lumber companies, everything that affects the supply chain is right there. Now, I'm going to pull that out. We're going to go ahead. It's 6:58. I think it's very important to realize that, like, the United States is under attack. Just for example, and I'm going to go through the list on the right, just a hot minute. A meat and food market, fire. A Mexican grocery store where they import stuff, fire. Anchor Pantry, a grocery, fire. Apollo Market, fire. Australia is on here. South Market, fire. Another Australia, Turkish kebab grocery, explosion. And as you go through the list, it's like, here we are down here on number 11, palm oil, disposable gloves, and seafood, banned. Tomatoes from Mexico, October 21st of 2021, banned, right? So we're seeing like all of these, and you can go through the list over here on the right. You can see me scrolling it. Look how many. Destroyed, euthanized, 231,000 chickens, 243,000 chickens, 294,000 chickens. I mean, this is serious, right? I mean, to me, this is very, very serious. Destroyed, euthanized, Black Rock and Fish Springs, Black Rock and Fish Springs state hatcheries. 350,000 rainbow trout killed, June 21st, 2022. Chicken and turkey statewide destroyed. Chicken breeding
farm, destroyed. Then you get down in here to, let's go down to the more current ones. Look at that list, folks. Look at that list on the right as I'm scrolling. I mean, this is crazy. And this is all, if most of it is food. But then you come to January of 2022. Fuel, electric, water, fertilizer, ethanol plant, fire, explosion, fire at an energy plant, a mobile plant, Exxon, explosion. Does this seem like, is it just me, folks, or do y'all see this, that there is something? People keep saying, oh, it's mysterious, Off the Wall Prepper. It's very mysterious. I don't think it's dang mysterious. I don't think this is mysterious. After I looked deeper and deeper into the situation, I'm like, this is not mysterious in any way, shape, or form. So watch this. We're going to get into the articles that I've dug up. And folks, I had to dig all the way to 2010. We're talking a 12-year span. I do a lot of research. Everybody else is, it's the food plants are blowing up, and that's all they want to say is the food plants are blowing up. There's an explosion. Why? Why is there an explosion? Why is there Country Prepper 19? Okay, you're in here. Oh, intentional. Yeah, intentional. Karen, you may have to go out and come back in. Can everybody else hear me? So, at the very beginning of the live, there may be no sound. You may be on the other channel, okay? If you're over on... Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I am like super ecstatic today. I am super, super duper. I am super happy. And I want to share with everybody, well, let's go here first. Let's go here. Hold on. Oh, come on. Let's get happy. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Oh, yeah, I'm too blessed to be stressed. Oh.
Sitting in a railway station, my suitcase in my hand.
We're just too blessed to be stressed, baby. Come on, bring it. Bring it.
Watching them destroy my dreams, pick my brain till it was clean. When I was up, they knocked me down. Hey, I ain't gonna hang around. I'm going hey. Yes, I am. More than I can stand, don't you? Tell someone to meet me. I'm coming. Yeah. Tell someone. Why don't you? Yes, sirree. Let me tell y'all. Came to this old time, seeking fortune and something. I never got the chance to prove myself. Don't try to play their game. Accusing people just ain't my thing. I'm all dang up from anything. Please, some fool I don't care about. The time me inside out. I'm going yeah. I know. I got it, you know it too. Hey, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell someone to leave me. Yes, I am. Look here. When you're down and out. Hey, I got it. Look here. I'm really not ashamed to have to leave the city. And I don't want nobody trying to show me pity. 'Cause I've had more than I can stand. And back wanna be a better man. I can rearrange my mind. Might even find me pretty white. Those great women start to get moving. Oh, have mercy on me. Try to be a good man, but I gotta get myself together. I'm going home. Yes, man. Hey. Why don't you? Why don't you? Why don't you? Why don't you? Oh, hey. It was only yesterday that I came to the city, living in a cold black place full
exciting day. Today, the cabin goes up for sale. I'm super excited, and here comes the realtor to put the sign in the yard and take the drone footage and the videos and the photos so that we can get this baby sold. I may move on to a new event. And there's the realtor pulling up now. I'm super, super excited. I'm really, really, really excited about this whole thing. Okay, I'm giving you a big shout out on YouTube on my channel. Awesome. Where's the sign, Lucas? Where's the sign? Let's get this baby sold. How about we just stick it out here? I mean, it's really for, I'm just excited. You're gonna do some drone footage and, I like this car. Sporty car. What is the hell got it? On the roof or where? I don't really see it. Oh, I see it. Oh, crap. That was a heck of a storm. So this is a realtor from Willow Springs, Lucas Scott. He's a specialist in selling properties like this. And he is placing the sign. And I'm super excited, everyone. I'm super excited. There she is.
Sure about the bigger hammer with those rocks.
So anybody that's interested in the property, you can call Ozark Home and Ranch Realty. It is up for sale as of today. The gentleman that you need to speak with is Lucas Schutte, and his phone number is 417-720-0326. I know there was some people on the channel that were very interested in the property, and I don't know about y'all, but this right here is the beginning of a new chapter for the OTWP. I'm super excited. I'm super excited. Here I come, Colorado. Here I come, Philippines. To family, and my new family in the Philippines, and my new friends in the Philippines, and my old friends in Colorado. Whoa! Oh my God. Here we go, y'all.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Not only because it's up for sale, but there's already people lined up that want to come and see it, and I'm so excited. Oh my God, I could cry. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Like, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't know. I'm going home to my family, to my old friends, to Skippington. I'm coming to the Philippines. I'm going to Colorado. I already got a place in Colorado. I'm so freaking happy. I'm so freaking happy. Y'all don't know what a blessing. What a blessing. I'm thanking God. I am thanking God because it's been a hard last 5 years for me. And God has our path set for us if we just believe, if we just have faith and walk in faith. And I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm going to be close to my family, my brothers, my sisters, my nieces, my nephews. I'm going to the Philippines for extended stays. Tin's coming to Colorado. I'm like so freaking thrilled. I'm so happy. These are tears of freaking joy. These are tears of freaking joy. Oh my God, I'm so freaking happy. I'm going to play this last song because I'm going home.
When you're down and out, hey, hey, I got to hit. I'm feeling unashamed to have to leave the city. And I don't want nobody trying to show me pity. 'Cause I've had more than I can stand. And back wanna be a better man. I can rearrange my mind. Might even find me pretty white. Hey, hey, hey. What's great for me? Start begin to move it. Oh, have mercy on me. Try to be a good man, but I gotta get myself together. I'm going home. Yes, I am. Hey, hey, hey. Why don't you? Why don't you? Why don't you? Why don't you? Oh, hey, it was only yesterday that I came to the city, living in a cold black place full of rats. Hey, you know I gotta get back on. Ain't used to living like that, see. It's been a long time since I left the river bank. Coming to the city, hey, had the long flat, and the things on the back. I'm going back where I came from. Yeah, 'cause don't nobody just care about you. Ain't having no fun.
Y'all, I am so freaking happy. I am so happy. Ooh, phew, phew, oh my goodness gracious, sakes almighty, God, thank you, God, thank you. Oh, it's been a long time coming, and I'm like so freaking excited. It's unbelievable. This goes out to everybody. We're too blessed to be stressed. We are too blessed to be stressed. We are too freaking blessed to be stressed. And I'm really happy to oh God, I don't even know what to say except we're too blessed to be stressed. And whew, I'm really freaking happy. Thank you for being here. And I'm gonna play a couple more of these live streams. It is a marathon day, and thank you, Copycat. It is the best. It is the best thing that's happening, and it's kind of bittersweet. I love this cabin. I love the forest, but if you go back and watch the video, this is a true blessing. True blessing. I'm gonna be closer to family. I'm gonna have all kinds of family around me. I'm gonna have real friends, people that know me face to face, that know my heart, that know my spirit, and then I'm going to the Philippines to see and be with Skippington, and I'm just ecstatic. It's been a long time coming. The last 5 years have sucked, and I'm not going to say the whole relationship sucked, but the last 5 years have been. And God has a plan for each and every one of us if we would just keep walking in faith. I put my best foot forward. I wish no one ill. I I actually wish her the best. I wish her the best in life. I want her to be happy. I want everyone to be happy. That's what it's about, the journey. The journey of life is beautiful if we would just embrace it. If we would just say, "Thank you, God. Thank you for the trials. Thank you for the storms. Thank you for the rain. Thank you for the beautiful sunrises. And thank you for the blessings that you send when we need them the most." That is what life is about. And I think so many times we get wrapped up in the negativity that we don't see the light, the love, the hope. And I have light, love, and hope for everybody. No matter if I feel like you backstabbed me recently, a few of you. It doesn't matter. You do what you do. I'm going to be thankful. I'm going to be happy. Yeah, my mom's going to be like 8 minutes away from me, copycat. My great niece is going to be down the road. My nephew and his wife right there. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Hold on, that's a perfect song. That is the perfect song. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just can't take it. I can't take it. There's already people coming to look at the cabin. I'm very thankful to a certain person that they did the right thing and signed off on my cabin. I thank you from the bottom of my heart because I worked very hard at this cabin, and I thank you. I thank you so much. Um, I'm just excited about this. Ooh, I'm just excited. I'm so excited. Here we go. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Come on, get excited with me. Thank God for another day. Thank God for the food on your table. Thank God for your nagging husband, your nagging wife. Thank God. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I know, I want you. Hey, tonight we're gonna make it happen. Tonight we'll put all other things aside. Yeah. In this time, show me some affection. We're going for those pleasures in the night. I want to love you, feel you, wrap myself around you, squeeze you, please you, just can't get enough. And if it moves real slow, I let it go. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I just can't now. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Hey, I want you. We shouldn't even think about tomorrow. Sweet memories will last a long, long time. No. We'll have a good time, baby, don't you worry. And if we're still playing around, but that's just not no time. Let's get excited. We just can't hide it. Come on, baby. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Hey, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Right on, baby. I know. I want you. Let's get excited. I want to love you, feel you, wrap myself around you, squeeze you, please you, can't get enough. And if you move real slow, let it move. Hey, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Right on, baby. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Yeah, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. No. I know. I want you. Let's get excited. What you do? We just can't hide it. You got me burning up. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. I'm so excited. I need to get and I just can't hide it. I've got to give it up. I know. I want you. Let's get excited. What you do? We just can't hide it. You got me burning up. No. I tell you, I'm so excited. I need to get and I just can't hide it. I've got to give it up. I know. I want you.
Y'all, I had to share because I'm so dang excited. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. And Copycat, you're so right. I'm stepping forward into a new chapter. in this, and I find forgiveness. I find forgiveness for all the bullshit. The bullshit can't hold me back. No one can knock me down because I just get back up. I just get back up. I just do. I get back up. I want to play this one last song because it's the truth. It is really the truth. Um, every single day, I'm sure all of you have faced really hard times in your life, just like I have. And, it's the times that knock us down that we go, I can get back up again. I can get back up again. And it's like God is with us. See, people need to realize that God is with us no matter what. Good times and bad times. God is with us. And I hope you like this. I hope I like it. It's called Too Blessed to Be Stressed. And then I'll be back on.
Yes, I am. I'm too blessed to be stressed. For the Lord put more on me than I can bear. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Say that one more time. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Yes, I am. I'm too blessed to be stressed. For the Lord put more on me than I can bear. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Listen, I woke up early one morning. My pillow was wet with tears. And I thought about how good the Lord's been by my side down through the years. Hallelujah, I'm too blessed to be stressed. Oh, yes, I am, y'all. I'm too blessed to be stressed. For the Lord won't put more on me than I can bear. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Let me say this right here. Listen. The devil can't shake nor break me out of my spiritual nest. For I'm grounded, connected, well-rounded, and protected. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Hallelujah, I'm too blessed to be stressed. Thank you, Jesus. I'm too blessed to be stressed. For the Lord won't put more on me than I can bear. He won't put more on me. He said he'll never leave me, never forsake me. He'll bless me going out, coming in. He knows my ups. God knows my downs. In my weakness, my God is strong. I'm encouraged, and I feel like going on. For the Lord will put more on me. Yeah. One more time, I'm too blessed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. The Lord.
I'm gonna. God, I'm so excited. And you're right. Like Chicken Prepper and Beth D meant a lot to me, and so did Dangerous Freedom. I mean, I I know Beth D's looking down, smiling because I know she was cheering me on to not stop. She told me, "Don't ever give up, OTWP. Don't stop. People need you." And I was like, "Bet these stop. It's not true. People don't need me. They need Jesus. They need Jesus. They don't need me. They need Jesus, right? They need Jesus." Copycat will be sending prayers. We'll be sending prayers. Yep, Copycat, you know it. We walk in faith and not fear. Yeah. Everybody needs to lift Huga Huga. She comes in here, she acts like she's all tough and stuff. But y'all, we need to lift Huga Huga up in our prayers and thoughts too. I'll just say. Thank you, Lenora. I'm super excited. Yeah. Does that count for the women that they call a boy that's really a woman? Does that still count? Just saying. Oh God, I can laugh through nonsense, can't I? Huga is scrappy. Yeah, you're a scrappy old broad. Oh my goodness. You scrappy old broad. Oh, that's great. You're scrappy. That's Huga. Huga. How long you been scrappy? Huga. I was just saying, Huga. I mean, oh lordy, oh lordy, oh lordy, y'all. I'm so freaking happy. I'm so happy because of how things have worked out, and just eh, oh, it's just. All right, I'm gonna get back to this, and I'll be back on. We're gonna go into prepper tips, fighting for survival, the elements that could be the end of us. Oh, that sounds scary. I don't know if I want to talk that scary kind of stuff today. It happened. Uh-oh. Who is the man in the black truck? No, I'm not going to watch that. We're not going to watch that. Oh, hold on. How do we stop this? I don't know. In the bunker with OTWP. Um, are we missing something? I think we are missing a lot of stuff. Just saying. Just saying. I think that many times we're missing stuff. How did you do that? OTWP, what'd you do? OTWP, what did you do? We're gonna we're gonna get back to the marathon, and then I will be back on shortly. I'm gonna do a news brief. Being tough is good still. It is. You gotta be scrappy. Your life made me scrappy. LOS breast cancer will do that shit. Now I'm tough as nails. Whoa. Taste the tatas, get your mammogram. Save the tatas, get your mammograms. Who got, oh God. Thank you for all of you being you. And we're gonna go in here and we're gonna hold on, we gotta stop this one. Stop that. And I want you all to watch this one. I think this is a really good one. How did you do that, OTWP? How did you do that? I don't know how I did it. It's top secret. It's ancient Chinese secret. That's what. It's an ancient Chinese secret. All right. Let's go to this. All right, I'll be back on after a while. We're gonna have a motivational talk. We're gonna yeah, we got things going on.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the fire table once again. We're at the fire table that I built. And of course, always for safety, you always want to have a fire extinguisher, okay? Always have your fire extinguisher no matter what. Now let's get into it. I'm going to show you something. This is an emergency situation, Let's get it aimed down there. Now I just went and collected up a little tinder, right? Just a little bit. I'm going to move this one out of the way. We can get that to stand up there. This is just my makeshift little fire table to do demos and stuff on. So all you need is some little tinder.
Do we have volume? Do we have volume? Do we have volume? I took that off. Don't need another YouTube scolding. Me too. Can y'all hear it or no? I'm going to play it. Give me a time. Okay, you can. All right. Okay. Here we go.
Throw it in there. Break it up. Get you a piece of household steel wool. These have a special coating on them. This steel wool does. And so what I'm about to show you will start a fire real, safety precautions. There's a little cardboard. We'll just really get it ignited. Now you could do this on a big, big level, right? You could do this where I could burn a whole field down if I wanted to, whatever I wanted. So you just put it there. These are fire safety bricks. Take that, just stretch it out a little bit over the top of it. I'm going to use a couple twigs to hold it down, just like that. And the other thing you need is just a simple, ordinary, compact, small 9-volt battery. All right, I'm going to drop you all down so you can see it real close up. You ready? This is all you got to do. Is you take the two pieces and you just hold them right there. And there you go. It's that simple. Something to think about, though, when you're starting a fire like this, don't accidentally carry the battery and the steel wool together or ever store them together, because you will have a fire. You will have a fire. Now, it only takes 3 things to get a fire going. Oxygen, right? There we go. There we go. And you can see underneath there, it's still burning. You see it? We're going to give it a little jump start. Ready? Here you go. I must have lost something along the way here. Everybody. So all you do is you take you some steel wool, put it in there, take your 9-volt battery, get it going. Just like that. Both ends have to hit the steel wool. Usually it'll be enough of the chemical to get you a nice little fire going. Give it another little bump. So there you go. There, maybe that'll be enough to get it going. There it goes. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Sometimes it takes practice. Sometimes you just got to get it going. Just softly. Just like so. Now I don't want to get this one going very big because I really don't want to have to stay out here all day. But you get the gist. There's your fire. See it going right there? So you throw your tinder up there, whatever it may be. Maybe cardboard, maybe, some twigs, whatever. And all you got to do is touch those 2 pieces. Touch the positive and the negative to that steel wool, and that chemical reacts with the steel wool and gets going. That's all there is to it. Now make sure, if you're using this method, it's very, very important. I'll tell you right now, don't accidentally get that steel wool. Don't accidentally get that steel wool in your pocket or something with that D battery. because your britches will be on fire. Your britches will get on fire. But I hope you like that little fire demo. I have another demo. Thanks for coming to the porch. But now we're going in the cabin. The demo that we're going to do is regarding radiation. And I'm going to show you this cool little gadget I got and how it works and how to detect if the radiation is safe or high. So let's go check it out.
There's a sorrow that I have about it every day. There's the sound of the building coming down, the sound of people screaming when the building is coming down that are in my head that I can't get rid of. At that time, I was in a senior role at CNA Insurance in downtown Chicago, and I lived in Aurora, Illinois. Virtually every insurance company in the country, maybe in the world, had offices there at the Trade Center. In August, I got asked to go to a meeting on this particular day, and there were 54 of us that were in that meeting, the host included. Only 7 out of the group of 54 survived that day in that meeting. The meeting was supposed to start at 8:30. No insurance meetings ever start on time. This one didn't start on time, and at
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your morning broadcast. This is just a little pre-show. It is that time of the year that we need to all be thinking about preparedness and about winter. If you get stuck out in a blizzard, I'll tell you what, it's not a very nice thing, or if we have a power outage. And when disaster strikes, the time to prepare has definitely passed. Prepare now, be ready for winter, be ready for a harsh, cold winter. According to Farmer's Almanac, it says it's going to be the coldest winter in 100 years. Welcome, everybody. The show will be starting in about 3 minutes, right after this presentation and after one song. Welcome. Glad you're here at Off the Wall Prepper.
Keeping your feelings bottled up inside, heading for collision.
Iris's link. So color drop. Can I get a 10 by 10? Can y'all hear me now or what? Bernie, the video, and then we're going to talk in detail. So I hope y'all enjoy it. On YouTube. Watch it. Don't give the whole thing away. And what I mean by that is don't say, I'm planting a tomato today. Say, hey, look what's in my garden. Because that gets their interest. And when you spark people's interest, they're going to click on that thumbnail and they're going to watch your video. Now, I was very, very blessed, and I really lucked out when I first started YouTube. I did a video. I was out in my work van, and I think I was on YouTube maybe 2 weeks, maybe. And I picked up my phone, and I had just talked to a trucker, and he said, you know what? And I said, what's that? He goes, truckers are going to go on strike. Truckers are going to quit. I was like, nah. And he said, yeah, really. We're talking about quitting. We're talking about that we're not going to be mandated to do anything. And so we're going to quit. And a lot of people are taking early retirement. So after I left from talking to them, I just picked up the camera and did a quick video. It was about 2 minutes long. In 6 minutes, I had 55,000 views. It was just one of those things. And you never know what you're doing that could make people go, whoa, I got to see this. And sometimes the short videos will bring people in to your live. The short titles, I should say, the short titles. Hey, Miss Needle, I'm glad to see everybody here tonight. And if you could do me a huge favor, this is my small channel. I have several channels. I'm splitting up things off the Wall Prepper. Off the Wall Prepper has been my main channel. It's grown. I'm 21 people away from 13,000 subs. And the reason that it's growing so much is because people love the news. And I like doing it. Sometimes it gets to me because I'm not a negative person. And it seems like the articles that I stumble upon are negative. But people like it and people enjoy the way I present it to them. One day I even did doom and gloom news. I had like 200 people on my live because people were like, did Off the Wall really just say that they were going to do doom and gloom? And it sparked people's interest. But in the chat, people were like, Off the Wall can't even present doom and gloom because that's not who I am. But being yourself, I think that's the most important thing. But when it comes to your YouTube channel, creating a nice, bright thumbnail, Dragonflies learned from my mistakes. I was all over the place with my thumbnails. I never kept my name in the same place. I never kept the same color. I was just all over. Now, if you notice on the main channel, Off the Wall Prepper, my thumbnails can have whatever picture, whatever title on the thumbnail. The thumbnail may be completely different from the title of the actual video. But on the left-hand side, it is now neon yellow, red, and white. Those are the colors that I'm sticking with. They're very bright, they're very attractive, and people can be on YouTube and see that pop up and they know it's Off the Wall Prepper. So it's branding your channel, it's branding yourself. And that's really, really important, is to brand your channel. Also, in the description, I'm really good at getting real lazy. And I'll just put I'll just put one line and I'm done with the title and I go on and I do the video production. It's really, really important. First of all, use 3 hashtags as your very first thing, folks. Texas Red Leg, this will help you a lot. Southern Sown and Grown. Don't only use 1 or 2, but use 3 hashtags. Think about your topic. If you're doing a live stream, your first hashtag should be live stream. Your second hashtag should be related to the topic that you are presenting to your channel, and the same with the third. Then the next line should be your exact title, word for word. And the reason being is that AI picks up and matches your title with the first line of your description, and that pushes you up in the feeds. It pushes you up to get people looking at it. And I spent a lot of time this last year watching YouTube creator videos. And as a creator, you'll see them in your back office when you go to your studio. They're down on the right-hand corner. I'm telling y'all right now, they don't put those up there in a sporadic sequence. They put them up there according to your channel. So as your channel grows, those videos change. I've now been invited, because of the channel growth, to special programs where you have to have 12,000, 10,000 or more subs. And you learn from going to those. If YouTube asks you to do a survey as a creator, do it, because they're going to reach back out to you and say, hey, we want you to come to this panel. We want you to come to this, and it's by invite only. And that's important. But you have to take the time to put into your channel if you really want to create a small business out of it, or if you want to create a side income or hobby money or whatever it may be, because there's millions and millions of channels. And I'll be honest with you folks, I kind of laugh sometimes when people say, I have to schedule my lives according to other people's lives. How do you do that? I'm just curious, because there's so many channels. Maybe it's because they're friends of yours, and I can understand that and appreciate it. But you're right, Miss Needles. Consistency is key. That is one big thing. But let's see if we got this video downloaded, because I did show my back office, and oh, I think I got it, folks. Okay, here we go. I got it. The whole thing went that time. The one next to it is a E. So watch this, and then we'll talk. Because I'll stop it so you can see some things. It didn't do the same thing. There we go. So I'm going to put me down here. So I have 12,900 subs on Off the Wall Prepper, 837 videos. And if you look up here at the top, there's the short video I was talking about that I did 9 months ago. That's how long I've actively been on YouTube. So I did a video, and within a few minutes, literally, it got 50-some thousand views, and at this point, it's at 81,000 views. The same month, I met a trucker that had that weird anonymous figurine in his truck, in his semi. So I stopped again, videotaped the semi with that strange thing, because it had my curiosity. I'm like, why is Anonymous his co-pilot, right? So I stopped and videotaped it. And that Truckers Speak Up interviews is something I love doing. I love meeting people on the road, because I'm out on the road with my career, my job. And so I'll stop and talk to them and ask him if I can videotape them, especially with the supply chain and things like that, right? So that video got 62,000 views the same month. Being prior Navy, which is dear to my heart, I love the cargo ships. I love the carriers. I love the tugboats. I love sports boat. I like boats. I like water. So I started checking the Maritime again. I hadn't done it for a couple years. I had been watching the Maritime for about 15 years or so. And I did another video. It got 56,000 views. My channel, the Off the Wall Prepper channel, our channel, folks that are here, has now had over 1 million views. When I first started, as you can see by the thumbnails, I just put my face on there, threw up a photo. I had no clue what I was doing. I was just having a good time. And I'm still having a good time with YouTube. And I think that's the thing is, don't sit here and go, oh my gosh, to get 4,000 hours, I got to have a 2-minute video, a 7-minute video, an hour video. Don't look at it like that. Look at it as passion. Look at it as that you're teaching people. Look at it that you're showing your personality and you're having a great time. On Off the Wall Prepper, everyone knows this. The name fits. I have everything from comedy and laughter and music to Off the Wall Preppy, which is comedy. I have news. I have demos. That's why I'm Off the Wall Prepper, because
Ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time for that. That's that, I like that, baby, that's that.
the starting two members. I've just got here, the party's stupendous. I'm just generous.
I pick him up, to put him down. I can't help myself when that guy comes around. Make my body say. ढाल देखो रगों में उबाल देखो 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 देखो
After all, tomorrow is another day.
What a woman.
All right, everyone. I want to first thank you for your support over the last year and a half. I've decided that I'm no longer going to have a prepping channel. I'm done. I quit. I'm not going to have a prepping channel. I'm not going to have, all this comedy and all this crap. I'm really done with it. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm being a marshmallow puff and that my new channel, the name of Off the Wall Prepper, will be soon changing. It's going to be Off to Twiddle Land. And what I'm going to do in Twiddle Land is I'm going to make all types of marshmallows. And I'm going to have several different flavors of marshmallows. I will be selling them on my website. This is going to be my full-time job now, to make every type of marshmallow I possibly can. So there'll be chocolate, there'll be whiskey, there's going to be moonshine, there's going to be pine needle marshmallows, and there's going to just be several different kinds, because I've just had it with prepping. I'm done with prepping. I'm sick of prepping. I think that so many people need marshmallows that it would be a rather great thing to have this new channel. So it's going to be the Marshmallow Puff channel, and all of you are welcome to stay and to join in and to sing around the campfire as you try one of my spectacular, wonderful recipes of marshmallows. And oh, I forgot, I have blue marshmallows, pink marshmallows, purple marshmallows, green marshmallows, yellow marshmallows, and orange. So there'll be different colors, different flavors, because I quit prepping. I'm done. Dragonflies, I quit prepping today. I'm done with having notebook after notebook of all these things that I need to prep. I'm sick of it. Prep pizza and get Canadian bacon and pineapple and mushrooms and only half green pepper and onion, and then you go to pick it up and they screw up your whole order. So why prep? Why write the shit down? And then you go over here and everyone's talking about so many different things, and it's confusing. Extortion, blackmail, manipulation, loyalty, and bribery. And then, well, hold on. Let me continue to go through here. Then you have news, and half of the news is bullshit, and it's insanity, and it's a total waste of all these trees. These poor trees, because I write down so much crap, and it's scandalous, and it's, oh, rest in peace, Off the Wall Prepper. Rest in peace.
I say we need to start Preppers Anonymous.
I'm going to Preppers Anonymous. We're starting our own district for Preppers Anonymous, and it's very important that you take the pledge, that you understand the shit that's at hand. So welcome to the video of I Quit. I'm not sure what I'm quitting, but at this point, hold on, let me give you let me see what's going on here. Okay, I get 70,000 emails on a daily basis. So I'm going to read like the top 10 to you, so you'll understand why I just want to be a damn marshmallow puff and quit this prepping bullshit. Okay. There's a sniper that almost hit a U.S. soldier, and
he just brushes it off like no big freaking deal. You almost shot me, but it's okay. That's the first one. The second one is the DEA, FBI, and Twitter twatter silence as activists, a non-binary person runs international drug smuggling operation targeting minors in the light. Whoa. Oh, gosh. Okay, the next one. This position is for you. This is some kind of rated X crap. Oh, it's from talent.com. Okay, the next one. The New York Times is sending me this Russia-Ukraine war briefing. Welcome to the Russia-Ukraine war briefing, your guide to the latest bullshit and analysis about the conflict. Zelensky called for a ban on the Ukrainian Orthodox Church of the Moscow Patriarchate over its ties to Russia. What is a Patriarchate? I don't know. The EU agreed on a price cap of $60 per barrel for Russian oil. And they're going to talk on Sunday again to talk about this bullshit. President Biden said, President, what? He was willing to talk with President Vladimir Putin. This shit has only been going on for, well, since February. Now all of a sudden you all want to talk after you've destroyed the economy, put everybody's jobs in jeopardy, put people in lockdowns and bullshit and chaos around the damn country, but now you want to sit down at the table and have tea and toast. Y'all are full of shit. The Wall Street Journal is reporting this. That's right. Now, there's some fears for winter. Millions of Ukrainians are bracing for a winter of hardship. Why are they having hardship when they have all of our munitions? They got so much damn taxpayer. They got this, Dragonflies, this is why I'm quitting. They have all the munitions. They have all these things, but yet they're worried. Well, we're worried. Okay.
They don't
Okay.
have it all. Missouri has the
Hold
rest
on.
of it.
Here's another one. Schloss. Who the hell's Schloss? He wants post-conflict agreement with Russia. Isn't it kind of too late for that? Oh, the new German Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, has declared that Russia must be included in the European peace order. Russia and Ukraine need to kiss everybody's ass and stop their nonsense, bullshit, corrupted chaos. See, this is why I'm quitting. I've had it. It's a grim future that awaits Ukraine. It's a grim future that awaits the United States. Oh, my goodness. Now, we have another one coming in. People versus tyranny. Don't mess with the people or it won't end well. People aren't going to stand up. They're a bunch of scared shitless. They're scared. Everybody's scared. Because if you say something, you may get canceled. Or they may just suppress your channel so that people can't hear you. But, oh my goodness. Well, one more. Okay, this is a breaking exclusive. Everything's breaking news in 2022. Exclusive DOJ probed Tara Reade's Twitter account after she issued allegation about Joe Biden's Donkey Kong harassment. Old Joey still likes to do the Humpty Hump. Exclusive DOJ probed Tara Reade's Twitter. She has made allegation that old Joey Joe likes to do the Humpty Hump. Oh, and now we have one other one. Biden wants to tax up to 43% of your retirement. Well, this is why I quit. I'm quitting prepping. Right now I'm going to smoke me a big old batch of pine needles and try my new recipe of marshmallows. Everybody have a great night. This is Off the Wall Prepper. It's about 7:43 p.m. and I'll see you a-holes tomorrow night at the A-Hole Club. If I don't quit, I might quit. I don't know. Thanks for being here. See y'all later, I guess.
If you've ever looked at those massive YouTubers and wished, I want that too, Beefly is all about authentic engagement, real views, real likes, and real subscribers. Beefly is an official partner of Google. You can get started for just $10. Beefly is even offering 50% extra views on your
Hey, what's up, everybody? So it's bushcrafting day here at Off the Wall Prepper. And so first I want to start with the supply list, okay? You're going to need a couple different types of tape. I prefer, like a duct tape and a heavy duty tape to do this bushcrafting project. Of course, you're going to need a pair of scissors, and these are top ones. These are some titanium scissors, so those will work. A couple clips, and you can use a toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll, whatever best that you think is the best. Probably best always to always come prepared and have your surgery light. Oops, we need to flip that up the other way. Here we go. Now we are going to get serious today. Okay, and I want that aimed down at my project to help me a little better to achieve what I'm doing. And all you really need is some notepads, bright colors, or whatever your favorite color is works. So, are you ready for another wonderful OTWP bushcrafting project? Now, this one is probably one of the most important ones I've ever done. Now, I do have some cardboard, and so we're going to start with that cardboard. And what I'd like you to do is, if you want to follow along, just cut that cardboard box usually right about the middle. It will work. It will work fine if you do it. Cut that box about in the middle. So these titanium scissors are the ones that you need. Y'all like these bushcrafting projects, don't you? So you take that, cut that box in half. And you can make two of them. You might need to make 3 or 4 by the time we're done. But so you have your little makeshift box. You want to fold that over, fold that other side over. Pretty easy peasy, right? Take you some tape. We're going to use the cheaper tape this time. And you guys are just going to have to follow along and just see what I'm doing here. Okay. When you do that box, you got to do it somewhere about in the middle, right? Because you want it to be durable. You want to make sure that you get that tape up there and around, and then go ahead and see how I did the back. Okay, then go ahead and seal it up. You can make you a complete homemade one. That's fine, but this is the easier way. If you have an old cardboard box laying around, do the dang thing this way. It's much simpler. So you got that. So now you're getting that form of that box. Right now you are going to want to seal that up, but before we seal that up, we have to make a little lid for it. So I'm going to do it the easy peasy way, and I'm just going to fold it, cut it down right here on each side, cut it down, and cut it down one more time, just like that, so that you'll be able to fold these over. Because see, once you fold them over, then you have a really good box. So that's simple. You need that other piece of tape. I would say there on the other side to hold it in. Just hold it in like that. I'm glad I have this headlamp on because it makes the situation a lot easier to deal with, being able to see. Now you want to reinforce the back of it especially, because you don't want the darn thing to escape. That's like the most important thing is you make this little guy, you do not want it to ever escape again. So put it there, put it there. Okay, it's coming along pretty good. Oh, I screwed up. I gotta leave that one up, pull it across. Yeah. Pull it across, there we go. Bend that one in, and that one in. So you're gonna bend those in, okay, so that you get that lid. You want to make sure that lid is nice and snug and tight. You know. Now this is bushcrafting at its finest. You know, I have done several different bushcrafting things on our channel, but this one I think y'all really will like it a lot. So put it like so. You see, now you have just this little spot where things can get in or out of there. Okay. Now you're going to take that little roll and you're going to just simple, right? Just take you a piece of, this is just a little notepad. You're going to fold it in the rolls there, and you're going to wrap it around. Once you wrap it around, just grab you a little, you don't need a lot of tape, just a small piece of tape. So you got it here. Hold it, you know, come on, let's not make it harder than it really is. Hold it, tuck that extra in there, and then attach your piece of tape across the top. Now, I'm not telling you what this is until it's done because y'all need to pay attention. So you have you can use a paper towel holder, a toilet paper holder. This one's super small. I don't know what this is off. Maybe this is off midget toilet paper. I don't know. We really did have a midget toilet here in the cabin, and we got our new toilet installed. It feels nice to sit down, you know. But that's a little too much information, but we'll talk about that later. So you do have, you know, one clip would be fine. Two might be necessary. We'll see how this goes. Okay. So you got this. You might want to have a marker or a pen or something so that you can go on here and mark. I want to mark this. Oh, Dragonflies, my pen's not working, darn it. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm just going to kind of scrabble it on here. Are y'all still with me? Okay, sorry. If I could get the other camera set up, it would be a lot better, you know. So, oh, darn it. It's so hard. This is probably one of the hardest bushcraft things I've ever done. And so you just right across there, you want to make sure you have a P on it. It's very important. A P, you know, the letter P. Okay. Hold on, this absolutely is ridiculous. I am in a house. I can just wear it. Okay, hold it. The nice thing about wearing glasses is you can just put it. Okay, it's not working very well, and oh. Y'all bear with me. Bear with me. I know that between the internet and the other crap that you've had to go through because of the channel, I'm lucky that you're probably even watching this video. This is ridiculous. I think Dragonflies, there's a situation with these in particular. Okay, but darn it. Okay.
What's your credit card debt balance? If it's $10,000 or more, here are 3 easy solutions you can start implementing today. And
so you want that. This is getting difficult by the moment. I should have left my hat on. Okay, anyway. I think I can get through the rest. Oh, bad hair day. So you want to make sure you put a P on here. I. And then over toward the very front of it, and I'll tell you why, okay, in a minute. Calm down. I'm trying to make something here, and this is a very cool bushcrafting thing. It will help you find your way back to reality. It'll help you find your way back. So, okay, so you're gonna have your P, your I, and your mystery. Your mystery, right? Okay, so anyway, we got our box. We got that all made. And okay, one last thing, and it should be good. Okay, all right. So you just do that. You got your wonderful box here. Let me see how I use that tape. I know you guys get so impatient. You need to learn some patience because in the new world, you're going to need a lot of patience because everything's not going to be so easy. So you just take that Yeah, you take it and you fold it up. You fold it up, and you know, you can use Ruffles or Doritos or whatever else is bothering you, and you put it inside that box right there. Okay. Then, okay, it's in there. It's in there. You see. And then we're going to put a little tag that goes with it. It just says China, and we're going to stick that in there. And it's really important, you know, to do this properly, to be somewhat nice about it, because this is the end of the road. This is the end of the road. So, rest in peace. Yes, I just made my very own, because we're not going to be able to afford to cremate or bury. And so this is our very own, yeah, rest in peace, China and Ruffles. You will be missed. And we'll just put that right on in there. And then you can just go ahead and fold that top down. And when you're done with it, you know, there's several different ways that you can dispose of the empties. The ones that have irritated and bothered you for the last several years. So we got it together. And then I'm going to address this to Xingpeng, China Emperor, China, they'll figure out where it goes. China. Zip code, I think, is unnecessary at this point. But we have addressed that, and I'm sending this directly to China. It is a small gift of my appreciation for everything that they've done. So I wonder how much it'll cost to mail this. I don't know. Oh, I have a better idea. I'm just going to go ahead and take care of it myself. I will go ahead and put this in the fireplace tomorrow morning and give it a proper burial. Then I'll just send a letter. And I wonder if I get 1 penny postage. Because, you know, if you're from over there and you're an eBayer, you know, you get 1 penny postage. I wonder if I can get 1 penny postage to send a letter or to make another very nice box to send over. This is Off the Wall Prepper. Keeping it real. Sending out to all my favorite companies their product bags. I think it's a very important thing to do because they need to recycle those bags and use them again. So here goes the first one. I hope you enjoyed this little bushcrafting secret. Don't give it out to everybody. We got to hold back some things here at the OTWP Mag and keep them private. Until I see you again. This is Off the Wall Prepper. Goodbye, Ruffles.
Well, I've got news for you. I know you're waiting. Christmas is right here. Hold on, it's time for it to reappear. Well, all around me I hear children singing the songs that we all know. Well, all around me I hear children.
My life, my rules, my style, my attitude. You love me or hate me, I don't care. But don't play with me.
You know me.
Oh, not again. Oh. Yes.
I am ready. You're getting a new and improved me. Hey, this is nice.
Okay, boss.
How can you be so arrogant and glib after everything that you've done?
And how can you, who's so brave and stupid, call a vampire arrogant and glib?
If you want to be Ted, I'd be Ted.
Yes, you would.
I'm tracking on these few years, trying to figure out what I do to make it go bad. Cause ever since my girl left me, get it all true. No, that mama got you everywhere. Singing in the moonlight, everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and sight. Shit. Cause I'm up here. And they do not want to see us go shine. They give a fuck about. You said your body too hard. 1, 2. That's it. That's it. That's it. With your arms now. That's it. That's it. Move.
Let me go, and if you cry, I don't care how long you take.
You gonna go in it?
Took a pill in Ibiza to show Avicii I was cool. And when I
Hey, did you have dinner? I had a salad. Sounds healthy. Well, it was more like a fruit salad, really. Okay. Actually, it was mostly grapes. You had wine for dinner, didn't you? Yes.
And Slytherin have just scored their 14th goal in a row. I've never seen Gryffindor getting so destroyed. Harry Potter just caught the snitch, meaning Gryffindor win the entire World Series. I mean, what is the point of any of this? What have we been doing here all day? This isn't even plugged in.
If you see me cutting grass, you guys, mind your business.
Soy un hombre muy honrado que me gusta lo mejor.
Capybara chilling by the water, gentle giant never falter. Very friendly and kinda bizarre, and the Capybara the groove will go far.
One baby bulldog.
Good evening, everybody, and this is Off the Wall Prepper, and this is our first episode of our first aid series for the month. And tonight I have a special guest with me. She really did try to get on the video with me, but it just wasn't happening. So I do have Amanda here on the phone with me, and we're gonna go into some details, and she does have medical expertise. Amanda, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Great to have you on the show, Amanda. I wanted to talk to you. First, maybe give a little bit of background information about what you've done in the medical profession so that people kind of know where you're standing.
Sure. I'm again, and I've been an EMT for 23 years. I was a medic I waited quite a while to get my medic, and I was a medic for 3 years, and then went into an ER as a tech, and decided to leave the road. You know, as I got older, everything gets sore and I get tired of lifting people all the time, and so I ended up becoming a cardiac tech in the hospital, and I did that for years, and then the COVID thing hit. And everything I saw firsthand made me want to leave. I didn't want to be part of it anymore. So I went and got my CDL, and now I'm a school bus driver. Just really different.
Quite a change of profession, that's for sure. So, as we had talked, Amanda, back and forth via email, we kind of came up with a subject that I think is really important to the channel and to everyone, because fall and winter's coming. They're saying it's going to be one of the worst winters in a century, and we just seen what happened down in Florida yesterday and today, and going into tonight. And I think it's really important to be prepared. What would you? Let's go into a little bit of frostbite or trauma, that type of thing. What you can do, just common sense wise, that can maybe get people out of a really bad situation.
Sure. Well, the Texas polar vortex thing that happened really concerned me a lot, watching that go on, assuming a lot of people probably dealt with frostbite. And of course, common sense, the most important thing would be to do layers, to layer your clothing as much as you can, and the moisture wicking material is a lot better, and cotton, like real cotton, not like nylon. And of course, for the go bags and for your cars, extra socks is extremely important. Extra dry socks. I would put like 5 pair in my. I actually have a few pair in the back of my car, just in case the car broke down. I had to like walk home, and I would bring the socks and change. Make sure your feet are dry. It's really important to cover everything that sticks out, like your nose, your fingers, your toes, your ears. Of course, keep your heat in on your head and your feet. But everything that sticks out you got to make sure it's covered, because the frostbite sets in on those furs.
Yeah, I've seen some horror stories with people losing like the tips of their finger, the tips of their ears, their nose, especially growing up in Colorado. I mean, it was like, whoa. is there anything in particular that you would suggest? Okay, you said socks, definitely, maybe some foot warmers, hand warmers. Any other items that you would suggest that people carry in their vehicles during the fall and winter months, just in case?
Yeah, well, the warmers for sure, and extra socks, extra gloves. My main concern is, I think, maybe adults might know, but I think kids don't know a lot that their skin gets red and it starts to hurt and it gets prickly.
Hmm.
And I think a lot of people don't understand that when that pain and that prickliness goes away and it starts getting numb, that's when frostbite is actually setting in. And if you had a child with you or a person, they stop shivering and they stop shivering and they get drowsy and confused, kind of almost like they're drunk, slurred speech. That's all stuff to look out for. And I know it sounds strange, but the very best thing that anybody could do, I mean, not be like a weirdo, but to put naked skin against naked skin, like if you were with a friend or your kid or whatever, and that was all you could do, if you were outside in the snow. That's the best way. The human skin on the human skin is the best way to warm them up. If you
Right, because you're not bringing their body temperature up too fast, and that can cause problems. Like I told that story on the channel. I don't know if you caught that live that day, where my friend had got into the lake there in Denver, and it was springtime, and she started to get hypothermia, and it was very terrifying for all of us because she started turning purple, and then come to find out on top of it she was pregnant. And so, one of the gals actually stripped down and wrapped their body around him, and one of the guys put just held up a blanket to make it not so like everybody on the lake, watching, to make it, decent. But the thing is, I think body temperature helps in a lot of those situations. And if you raise the temperature too fast when it's frostbite, I think that causes a lot of issues as well.
Yes, that's why you're not supposed to use water. And it's really strange because back in EMT school, they said you stay away from the water. People think if you put your limbs in warm water, that's a good idea. But that's exactly right, because there's no way to tell how frostbite you are, like how drastically you're changing your temperature.
Right.
And you were talking about the pregnant woman. That was something else I wanted to say. It can cause Braxton Hicks contractions and false labor.
Oh, well.
A pregnant woman, yeah.
Oh, so you definitely, when somebody has frostbite, you want to be aware of the signs, and if they're pregnant, to make sure that you're doing something immediately. If there was no EMTs or first responders available, so the best way is to get their body temperature up. After you get their body temperature up, is there steps and things that you would suggest to do once you got them inside of a warm dwelling or home?
Well, yes. I mean, warm fluids, like as an EMT, we would give a IV a normal saline. But, I mean, if you don't have that, then warm fluids would be the best thing.
Like a hot tea or something like that. And
or anything, I mean, they say coffee dehydrate. I mean, if it were me, I'd want a coffee for sure.
yeah, me too. Because coffee's one of my favorite drinks anyway. So, we had discussed a couple different topics. I'll let you just, if you have one specific, I think trauma, we talked about frostbite, dehydration.
Dehydration's a big one.
Let's talk about that. Go ahead. Tell us, I think so many times, like I got really sick one year and I lost like 15, 16 pounds in a month. And it was not because I wanted to, it was because I couldn't keep anything in. And then I became dehydrated, ended up in the emergency room with an IV, and it wasn't the funnest thing. And I felt really I was nauseated, I was tired, and I just couldn't keep nothing in.
Yes.
So what would, if somebody, first of all, what would be like some signs and symptoms of dehydration that would be easy to pick up on?
Well, you'd ask them when was the last time that they urinated, and was their urine dark, and was there less urine than usual? And if they're dehydrated, they're going to say yes to all that. I'm thinking of my son. He got like a vomiting flu. He's a teenager, a very large, tall teenager, but he got a vomiting flu last year, and I kept trying to put electrolyte fluid into him, and I didn't have an IV kit like with me. I'm not a practicing EMT, and I knew that that's what he needed. I mean, if you have someone that can start an IV, that's the best thing for someone who's vomiting, cannot hold anything down. So I had all my preps, my electrolyte drink powders, and all that. I was trying everything, not hold anything down. And the second day that he didn't produce any urine, I knew I had to rush him to the ER, and luckily it was very close by. And I just showed up and said, he needs this right now, and they tried to talk us into other stuff, and I'm just like, nope, we're just here for an IV. And I mean, if you're in that situation, you just have to be really firm and say, no, I know what I need. I just need an IV. But if you have access to one, that's definitely the best way to go. But if you don't, the problem is with children, if they're crying, they'll stop showing tears. There won't be tears. They'll get lethargic. They're going to stop urinating. Their diaper will be dry. And with pediatrics, cool, clammy skin and limbs happen. That doesn't always happen with adults, but with pediatrics, it does. And the problem with dehydration is that it can lead to stroke. It can lead to heat exhaustion, which is causes brain damage. And a really good sign of dehydration is to check their skin, the tuger of their skin. Like you pull up on the top of their hand, and if you pinch the top skin of their hand and it stays there, it's called tenting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's poor skin tuger.
So does Gator, what drinks would you recommend having, maybe around the home if somebody was dehydrated, or in your get home bag or your bug out bag? I always carry Gatorade. Anything with electrolytes, I think, would be sufficient to at least help you. Do you have any other recommendations if you didn't have an IV available? I think a lot of times with the way we're watching society and the things that are happening, what concerns me and what concerns the channel members that have been writing me is that what do we do? Because what if we don't have first responders? What if we can't get medical attention, and it would come to some of these basic things?
What I would do is give the electrolyte drinks, make sure that it has sodium and potassium in it. And I wish I could remember the name brand. It's not by me right now, but I ordered for my preps. I ordered I'm trying to remember what I found it on. I found it on a website, but it's for athletes. It's supposed to be just extra.
I know what you're talking about too. Maybe I can look it up and I can put it in this pre-recorded for everybody to see, or maybe you'll be in the live and you can drop in and say this is the item I was talking about. Is there any other classes or things that you maybe just from your personal experience that you think that people really should step up their game? Because if we do see a total SHTF, and even myself and Dragonflash, we have been in the situation out here in this cabin where we weren't able to get the fire department here right away. Literally, I had to drive out to them. And that concerns me because when it comes to snake bites and things like that. But do you have any words that you would say hey, y'all, you really need to do this, this, and this to get in your preps, and also to get yourself prepared if a first responder couldn't get to you, just in your own medical advice opinion from having all the years you have?
The electrolyte powder for the prep, make sure it has sodium and potassium in it. It's very important. And the most important thing is to not wait. You know, if you or your child or somebody is even starting to get a fever at all, I would start the electrolyte drinks and start the Tylenol right away. I just would not wait. A lot of people think, well, I'll just wait and see what happens, see if it gets worse. But in a shit hits the fan situation, you can't do that. You need to do, basically you need to be 2 steps ahead of what you would normally do if you weren't in that situation. Just think 2 steps ahead about everything.
Most definitely. So I have one other question. Do you have a go-to medical reference book that you think everybody should have in their preps?
Oh, jeez.
I put you on the spot. This was one of those wing it questions, but I thought maybe you had a book that like was maybe basic first aid or something that you really feel very strongly about book wise, because books are so important. And if we do have a total collapse where God forbid that we wouldn't be able to see the mag and be with the mag, I think I'm really big on paper references. I think that we've gotten real lazy by being able to click into Google or DuckDuckGo and find whatever we want. And I think when things really roll out, if it happens or when it happens, I would like to have some type of paper copy book in my hand to say, this is my go-to.
Yeah, well, you know, I've got all my paramedic books, which are huge. Each one is the size of like a phone book.
Wow.
They're big, heavy book, but those are by Brady. I mean, maybe people could get those used online.
Yeah.
It surprised me.
Yeah. Paramedic books would probably be a really good thing to have.
Yeah, I know Brady was the company that made them, but they've been around a long time. I mean, they're just, oh my gosh, they're just chock full of stuff. So much information.
Right. Well, Amanda, can you believe we've already been on 20 minutes? I told you.
Can I say one more thing about babies, just because I'm worried about people with little kids?
Most definitely.
If they are dehydrated or very, very hot from the sun or heat, like the power's out, the best thing to do is to get them in the shade and do it step by step. Get them in the shade, then put a popsicle in their mouth, and then move them to like a cool tub of water. You know, like think it through step by step, but don't wait. That's the most important thing, is to not wait. Just be 2 steps ahead of everything.
Yeah, well, and definitely get them out of the sun. Get them out of the sun. That's just like when I was talking about if you're low on water and you are in a get home situation with just your get home bag, you're going to have to pick and choose. Okay, am I going to travel during the heat of the day, or am I going to get up early in the morning with the sunrise and get as many hours as I can, depending on the terrain, or am I going to travel at night? And those things are going to come into play. And I think everybody has to have a plan. And I appreciate you so much. And I think caring about our babies is, our grandkids, our nieces, our nephews, whatever it may be, or our own little ones, is really important to know some of those steps.
Yeah. And I've got other things I can tell you in the future about things to look for in the babies and the kids. It's different from the adult. It's very different.
Well, maybe we can have you come back on at the end of October. We'll have a panel, and maybe you can come on that panel and we can figure out what's wrong with your phone or whatever, and your video part, and get you on. That way you can just show your avatar. A lot of people do that, but then you could be on a panel, and we could kind of have a panel that goes around and discusses different situations and then answers in their own opinions. And then that would be a great way to bring it to the channel, I think.
Okay, and could I refer people to one person on YouTube that's really good with all this stuff?
Most definitely, especially if it's first aid.
Okay, his name is Skinny Medic. He's been on YouTube for years.
Skinny Medic. Okay, maybe I'll try to reach out to him too. You never know. Maybe he'll come over and do a special on Off the Wall Prepper, and it would be a great way to give him a big shout out too. But we will definitely. I'll reach out to him, and maybe I can even have him on this show with you, which would be even cooler. So you never know what'll happen at Off the Wall Prepper. That's why I'm off the wall, right? And Amanda, I want to say big prepper hugs to you. Thank you so much for taking your time out tonight. I know that you have long hours, and we got to keep lifting our brothers and sisters up in Florida because that's quite a mess down there. But this will be.
I love your show very much. I always learn something from you every single show. I love it.
You've been here, I think, for quite a while.
Yeah, well, a year and a half or so.
Yeah, since the beginning. When I used to have like 20 subs, and I used to talk on lives just all by myself to me. But Amanda, thank you so much, and I always look forward to getting your emails too. So, God bless you. Big prepper hugs, and thank you so much tonight for stopping in and doing this.
Most of you, that's right. We all know what that picture is. So the first question is, let's have a little quiz. You all ready? First question: who meets there? Go ahead, chat. Answer up. Who meets there? Let's see who's smart. Anybody? Anybody in the chat? Second question is, what do they do there? And the question is do they help you in any way? Loretta. The circus. Okay, let's answer on a serious note. Who meets there? Somebody. Who do they call themselves? Members of the yes, I'm all spiffed up. So they train monkeys there. Okay, well, at least I have the right crowd to talk this about. But Brandy F is right. The Senate, the Congress, the government, right? Well, she's not right. What do they do there? Not a damn thing. Okay. Who are they supposed to represent there? At least I got a bunch of smart asses up in here. And thirdly, do they help you in any way? They're supposed to be creating laws to protect you and your family. So basically, most of you, China, they waste our. Well, I want to congratulate most of you because most of the answers were wrong. Let's have another go. When was slavery abolished? Was slavery legal? Are you in debt to a financial institution? You thought it was the A-hole club. Well, first and foremost, the serving officers of a commercial corporation, they think up ways to take money and goods from each one of us. No, absolutely not. They help themselves and not us. Slavery has never been abolished, and you yourself are considered to be a slave right now. Isn't that nice? You are not in debt to any financial institution. Did you also know that paying taxes is optional? It actually says it in the IRS code that to pay taxes is optional. Registering a vehicle is optional. Paying a fine is optional. And attending a court is optional. You can if you want to, but surprise, surprise, you really don't have to. So each and every year here in Missouri, and this is why this is called null and void, every single year here in Missouri, they send out this wonderful little letter that states that last year you reported the property shown here. Please draw a line through the items you did not own. And please list any items not shown in this box. And they actually are kind enough to tell you how to draw the line through the box, through the item, which is really interesting to me. So, no, they did not, Brandy. That's not true. That is not true. So they want you to actually pay taxes on your horses, your yearlings, your cows, your bulls, your vehicles, farm machinery and other equipment, your sawmills, your brush hog. Basically anything they can charge you taxes on, they would like you to do it. This is the actual document. And for 3 years, I'm going to show you what I've done. Oh, if you have an airplane, a historical vehicle, a bus, they also would like you to pay taxes on it. Personal property tax here in Missouri. They're really good at it. And most people fill this out without even thinking about what they're doing. The interesting part of all of this is that I think it's hilarious they want you to even declare your chickens, horses, calves, cows, and they are really they're really firm about making sure that you sign this document. But not only do they want you to sign it, the document's right here in my hand, they want you, first and foremost, last year, this is how it starts out. Last year, you reported the property shown below. I don't remember driving up to any county or state office and reporting property in any way, shape, or form, because I didn't. So as you go through the form and they show you how to cross it out, how to remove an item. They come down here to the next part and it says, I do solemnly swear that the foregoing list contains a true and correct statement of all the tangible personal property made taxable by the laws of the state of Missouri, which I owned or which I had under my charge or management on the first day of January. I further solemnly swear or affirm that I have not sent or taken or caused to be sent or taken any property out of the state to avoid taxation. Well, I have news for them. I've done this every year. I do not, first of all, I never went to their office to fill out a form. So they committed perjury against themselves by saying that I did this, because I didn't do it. I never went to their office and said I owned anything. And that's where it brings me to this. They want me to sign right there. And this is how I sign it, and I send it back to them. I don't put my straw man signature. I don't put my signature. I put without prejudice UCC-1-308. Because they have committed fraud by telling me that I went to a state office and declared property that has had taxes paid on it for years and years and years. When you go and purchase a vehicle, right, before you get your plates on it, you pay taxes, or you might pay them at the dealership depending on what state you're in. Then you go and get plates, you pay taxes again. Then you go to the gas pump and you pay taxes again. I don't play their game. I send it back to them just like that. And every year, for 3 years here in Missouri, they send me a new form and I send it back to them, and then I don't hear from them until next January when they send me the form again. See, without knowing, they use verbiage against us. And they use verbiage because the common man or woman does not understand that they want us to declare the items. So, I have a wonderful book, and if you don't have it, you should get it. It's called Meet Your Straw Man and Whatever You Want to Know. And the thing is, folks, is they have buffaloed us to believe that we have to do this. So by me signing that, then I would be taking possession or validation of a debt that they're saying that my straw man has. Interesting. And this is how they get people to do things that we have no idea, honestly, what we're signing. You have no chickens or children. See, validation of the debt is the actual accounting. Verification of the claim against you, that is a signed invoice. So by me signing this, if I would sign it, is that I'm validating the debt against my straw man and against myself, against my person. See, Carol, you're right. We've been taxed since we were born. That's why there's a birth certificate. That's why they send out these wonderful little documents. But the part that gets me is they want me to put my hand up and say, I further solemnly swear or affirm that I have not sent or taken or caused to be sent or taken any property out of the state to avoid taxation. So help me God. By them saying, so help me God, I cannot sign this. It's against my religious beliefs. I will not say, so help me God, on a document that is falsified by the government. I won't do it. I won't do it. I refuse to do it. And I've refused for 3 years. And every January, I get the same document. The interesting thing to me, and I want to read it directly to you so that I am not adding to or taking away from. The other thing is that I need to bring up is that they don't have anybody from the state witnessing this. And honestly, corporations can't sign because they have no right or mind to contract, since they are soulless, legal fictions. And furthermore, no third party can sign a contract on their behalf. And Brandy, that's where a lot of people need to be. I mean, they want you now to register your garden. And I had it marked here. See, really, all men are born equal. And so nobody has the right to command you, make demands of you, or force you to do anything. The most that anyone can do is make you an offer to perform. And I'm not performing on their demands. And I won't. And I haven't. And I continue to stand on this because people, we don't know. We were never educated on the real common law, the UCC. And by educating yourself, you don't have to do what they tell you to do. And that's just the truth of the whole situation. See, because they want you to validate the debt. But if you don't validate the debt, they have nothing in any way, shape, or form. You know, this is what it boils down to. There's restrictions that have resulted from hundreds of years of disputes, which have been dealt with through using common sense and the opinions of ordinary people. They're the only limitations on you. If you don't want to abide by them, then you need to go to some isolated place and stay away from people. The true fact is, common law is really what governs us. And common law, there's only 3 laws. You must not injure or kill anyone. You must not steal or damage things owned by somebody else. And you must be honest in your dealings and not swindle anyone. Those are what we have to stand by, not the 2 million laws that they try to stuff down our throats. And when you go in front of a judge, common law will actually stand if you know what you're doing. If you actually do not consent to what they're trying to get you to do. And many people get themselves in trouble because they'll go to a court of law and they start talking. And that's where we have the right to stop it right there and ask the judge that we want to go in private chambers to talk. And we have the right to do that. Also, just like when you get a speeding ticket, you can actually go to the courthouse and tell the court that you would like to go to the court of records and you'd like to come in front of them. And when you come in front of the court of records, they don't have a record of your ticket. So then you ask the judge at the court of records, which has to be all legal, so they have someone there legally writing every single word. And when they ask, then that's when you bring up the UCC. The judge will say that the police officer does have to show up and your ticket's going to be dismissed because the police officer hardly ever will show up for a speeding ticket, a parking ticket, or anything else. It's very interesting to me. There's a series of 4 books, and then also I've been getting into 3 different websites that are very, very interesting because I'm going to share one of them with you tonight. The thing is without knowing where we're really at, like who, we keep complying. We comply because we don't know anything else. And it's not that I'm trying to break the law. It's that they have broken the law. They've broken the law of the land. And I stand on the law of the land because I stand on the Bible. The Bible is where the true laws come from. The website, and there's a couple different ones. I'm going to and the common law founding documents, the American heritage. And see, we never really got educated in school to know about the protection of our property and our rights. And it's very important that each one of us gets involved. That's why, folks, if you really look at it and think about it, that's why they're tearing down statues all around this wonderful country. Because they want to erase our heritage. Exactly. They are supposed to work for us. And that's the issue. And our rights, our God-given rights, are getting stripped away from us day in and day out. And until we all get actively involved, and that's the other wonderful thing about that website, is it will actually teach you how to start a chapter in your area. And there is Supreme Court case after Supreme Court case because of this organization. And I am not a member of the organization. I'm not an affiliate. I just see what they're doing. And I see that every time we go on the news or we go on a YouTube channel, we're hearing about our rights being stripped away. And my first step has been, for the last 3 years, to keep sending this back to them. And as we do these things, they realize that we have figured out that they are fraudulent. See, I didn't go. Can y'all see me? I'm driving to the tax office. Hey, I got 7 chickens, an SUV and a Jeep, and 5 acres at, come on. So the very first thing they said on this document is fraudulent. It's inaccurate, it's not true, and they hook us up with verbiage. So let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I thought I had it. It's in the book. I can't find it for some reason. Okay, here we go. Here we go. See, the UCC is really what stands up. And that's really
years ago we did this, and I think it's really important with all the food shortages and everything that's happening, is that we get back into this. So each week I'm going to come out with a weekly shopping list. Anybody can do it. The thing is that if you do it one project at a time, you're going to be shocked how far that it really takes you. And the time may be short, but I'll tell you what, starting now, if you're just starting out, this may save your life. It may save your family's life. So this is just a real basic way to do it. So this week's shopping list, let's go to week 1. And we're going to also talk about my bug out bag. I'm going to go through it a little bit because I think it's really important. So week 1, shopping list. And I didn't write this shopping list. It's something I've used over the years, and I think it's really important. So here we go. Week 1, shopping list. You need to get 1 gallon of water for each person. Personally, me and Dragonflies have went through this, and I'll tell you what, we have realized that we can live off grid with no water, but you may want to get 2 to 3 gallons of water per person. 1 jar of peanut butter. This is your challenge for the week. 1 large can of juice for each person in your household. 1 can of meat. A lot of people go directly to tuna. There's tuna, Spam, corned beef hash, salmon. Get old shit on the shingles. Corned beef. There's potted meat. There's so many different kinds of canned meats. Sardines. Be creative. Chicken, pork, hams. Mix it up just in case you don't have enough time.
left before we have a real SHTF. Make sure you have a hand-operated can opener, a permanent marking pin, and pet food, diaper, and baby food if needed. Now, one thing that might help you is to find out what kind of disasters can happen in your area. You could talk to the local emergency management agency, find out from the local history at your library or local newspapers, like what's been the main thing. Preparedness isn't just about the HTF that we're getting ready to go into, but it's also about getting ready in case there's a power outage, fire, whatever in your area, and that you can prepare for it, blizzards, and then date each perishable item using a marking pin. What's that? That's called first in, first out, folks. First in, first out. By doing the first in, first out system, it's really going to keep you from buying stuff and then the food going bad. So this is really for prepping 101 for the new person that's like, you know what, this is getting worse and worse. One thing I'd like to talk about is there's a really good reason to have a bug out bag or a get home bag. I have mine, Dragonflies has one, and you set them up to each person. You also can set it up. You can see the red light back there. That's our alarm system, our solar alarm system coming up our driveway. You can also see back here. Oh, what's that hanging? Yeah. So that's a great place that we put the pew pew to, because we can grab it and nobody can really see it. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. Bug out bags are really important. Get home bags are really important. You may get stuck in a really bad situation. You may get stuck in a SHTF, but you may get stuck in a blizzard. You may get stuck in a flood situation or a tornado situation. And the thing is if you have your get home bag, you want to make sure that it's light, it's comfortable to carry, and that you practice carrying it. And you also go through it a couple times a year. Make sure that you have the things that you need. So we're going to get into my get home bag real quick. I'm not going to go fully through it. I've done this before, but I do want to show you. I've redone this bag and redone it, and now I'm very happy. So it is a really nice bag because it's expandable. It's got pockets. I have places where this is my cook mess kit, and I just have it attached right on there, which is attached with some carabiners and some paracord. So that gives me extra paracord. And then if you notice at the front, I got a bunch of things hanging off here, and I'll show you real quick. I got one, I have a really nice compass paracord. This is a whistle made out of a deer antler. Extra belt clips. Another whistle just in case. 2 is better than none. And this bag, I like it because you can pick it up a lot of different ways. There's a handle on the top, so you can grab it by that handle and carry it with you if your bag gets tired of carrying it. But let's take a look at some of the things that I have in here and maybe just give you a few ideas today. One, right at the top, lighter. Now, when I went on a bushcrafting camp out, which I'm getting ready to do again, which will be a lot of fun if y'all don't try to scare me. I learned that some of my things in my bag were in really bad positions. So that's one thing, is to get these positioned correctly. Yes, I still have the dirty blood socks in here. They have been washed. Y'all might remember when I did the demo, and that blood will not come out. But you know, it taught me a lot. So I have a couple heavy duty pair of socks, bloodstained too. Yeah. And also along in there, I'm just going to grab some things out so you can see. Oh, imagine that. I have another pair of socks. Your feet are really important. See your feet? Yeah, they're important. If your feet get all soaking wet, you're going to be in trouble, especially if you have to bug out. I have a poncho. Light, easy to carry, easy to wrap up. You can wrap it up really tight and really small. So I have a poncho.
Along with that, I'm just kind of grabbing out of the bag, see what we got in here. Okay, a lot of people carry water purification. I carry charcoal bags. Charcoal bags, you just throw them in your bottle, leave them in there, and then boil out your water, and that's going to get most of your your nasty crap out of there. So I like those because they're light and easy, and they're small. I got a bag of first aid. It's just a small bag because this is my get home bag. So there's a few Q-tips in there. Those are the expandable towels, the Wiley expandable towels, Tylenol, Band-Aids, a pair of gloves, also some triple antibiotic in case I would get cut or something. And I add to this, I change it around, but as long as I have something in there, just in case I would get cut or hurt, is always a good thing. We're just going to keep digging, see what else we got. Foot warmers. You notice I am really concentrated on making sure my feet are okay, because if they're not, folks, you're going to really be hating it. So that's just a pair of foot warmers I picked up. What else is in here? A couple more charcoals. I feel a bigger bag. What is this in this one? I see a bigger bag coming out. Okay, this is my mess bag. This has a little bit of everything. So we'll take a look at it. For one, I got dental floss, soap, a little toothbrush, shampoo, soap again, bandages, military bandages. That is fire starters, toothpaste. Once again, for my feet, Lauderman, personal filled bandage, military grade personal filled bandage, another filled bandage. So, and that's another thing that I started doing is I started keeping everything in bags, because then it's easy to grab that bag and know what you got and know what you're looking for. You just grab that bag and that makes it easy. Bada boom, bada bang. A clean shirt, a clean t-shirt, a red line flashlight. It may be time to, nope, it's still good. I should bring some extra batteries. That's one thing I'm going to put on my list today, is put an extra set of batteries in here, because you definitely want a good flashlight with you if you're out and about. And then that's the main part of the pocket, right? Then we got, because I still do smoke, so I got a vape, I got a lighter, I got a bandana, because you can use a bandana for a lot of things. You could put this in water, put it down in water, tie it around your head, keep your head cool. You could use it as a sunshade. You could use it as a tourniquet. You could use it, honestly, as TP if you really needed to. Another bandana. Bandanas are easy and light. You could actually tie them around your wrist to keep your wrist cool too. Trash bags, commercial grade trash bags. Why in the heck do I have trash bags? That's my pillow, my sleeping bag, and then also my fluff mattress. So I carry about 5 or 6 of them, fill them up with leaves, debris, whatever. You can make a chair out of it to get comfy if you got it, You can make a mattress out of it. There's a lot of things you can do with commercial bags. So I always carry commercial trash bags with me, anywhere from 4 to 5 of them, also light and easy. The lighter your bag is, the easier it's going to be on you. I see something down here. Oh, imagine that. Another bandana.
VFly is a company that helps your YouTube videos go viral using Google Ads, which helps you get noticed in Google search, which, by the way, is the first reason why you should use VFly to promote your YouTube videos. They have big numbers with millions of views delivered and many thousands of campaigns and happy clients and growing. No. These numbers are fake. VFly is a scam. Okay, fine. Let's go to scamadvisor.com and test things out. So we all know that Facebook is a legit site. We also know that Twitter is not a scam. So what happens if we type in VFly's website? So
an emergency blanket. One thing I want to say, there's actually 2 emergency blankets in here. What I want to say about these emergency blankets, if you're going to use one, you put it over your whole body and wrap it tight at your feet. Stay in there for about 5 minutes, right? You'll still have air coming up through the bottom, but stay in there for about 5 minutes and your own body temperature warms these up. People say, well, they don't work. You got to know how to use them for it to work properly. I'll show a demo here in just a second. I'll get in one. I'll come out sweating, but I'll get in one. I also have, that needs to go in my first aid bag. And that, I'm not sure what that is. I don't know why I have a cord in here. I'm gonna have to figure out what that cord goes to. That's why I go through my bag. A good pair of gloves. You never know if you have to cut something, if you're going through forest, if you're going through thorns, anything you can have to protect yourself. Okay, that's that bag. That's that one. Hold on, let's go to the other pocket. All right, so I've really come to the conclusion that this is my favorite cooking stove. I have 2 of them. But y'all, this is as big as a wallet, and it's light. And then you can get the tabs, and you can just put some of the tabs inside of it because this is your get-home bag. So you could line up the inside with the tabs, and that way you're saving room also, which is awesome. So you got that one. The other thing that I've decided is probably one of my favorite. Ferro rods are great. I carry a ferro rod always, but I make these little aluminum foil fire starters. Just crack open the top there. You make these at home ahead of time, and then you wrap them, and I use old aluminum foil, so I'm recycling and repurposing the aluminum foil. So you just want to barely pull it open, take your knife, pull out a piece of the cotton, set it on your tinder. The nice thing is you can get a whole bunch of them in one container. I use metal just to protect it, but it's not necessarily, I just have Prince Albert cans, so that way my granddaddy's always with me. What else we got here? I got a water bag. So in a SHTF, I would put important documents in this water bag. I've actually used these water bags when I went to Jamaica, and also when I went to Hawaii, and I tested them to make sure that they actually work. And I carried my wallet in there. And the main thing is you want to make sure that this is sealed. There's 3 different ways to seal it, and make sure that the seal is done. And yep, it's made in China. I haven't found any American-made ones. But then also I have it attached to a piece of paracord. Cordage is really important. You could use this cordage to start a fire. You could use this cordage if you needed to tie up your gear. You could use it as a tourniquet. You could use it as a shoestring, as a belt. There's so many things that you could use paracord for. So I always have paracord, and I always have the caliper, the clips with me, different sizes, because you never know when you might need one. That's a brand new ferro rod, which I don't need in here because I have too many ferro rods. I always carry dental floss, but that's going to go in there too in my cooking bag. This one is a solar radio. A solar light. So I have 2 flashlights with me. I got this one free from the American Red Cross. So this is a hand crank solar flashlight. I got a couple emergency waters. I bought a case of these. These are Coast Guard approved waters, but I don't know, folks, if I really need these anymore. I've learned so much about water over the years. I'll leave them in there because this is potable water, just in case I couldn't find water. But is it really, really necessary? There's a lot of ways to find water. So, I mean, this is Coast Guard water, and I've had them. And so I've always had 2 of them in here, and I'll probably just keep it. You know, sometimes people go overboard and stuff. And a lot of times people go overboard, and they'll buy like all different sizes and all different ones and all these things. What I say about a multi-tool is that a good brand, a good sturdy multi-tool with the features that you want will go a long way. To have a couple of them, I can understand, but you know, this is a Cabela's. It's a really good one, and this is what I have in my get home bag. I am a fire nut, y'all know that. So I also have waterproof striker matches that are in this same little carrying bag with the multi-tool. So I like use everything. Like this has a little bag, right? So I can put that on my belt and carry it with me. But then inside of it, I carry additional stuff. So that's why I'm kind of going through my bag today, is I want to rearrange it. In this bag, I'm actually going to put a vape and a lighter and a ferro rod so that all that would be in one little bag. I think condensing things down and going through it more than once will really help you address your own bag, right? And your own situations. You know, you may need medicine where I don't. I will say this. I do have a Life Straw. I have one. This is probably one of the first water purification things that me and Dragonflies bought for our get home bag. But what I want to say about these Life Straws is that they will get funky and they'll have stuff built up in them. So this is disposable. This is not going to last you. That's why I'd rather have a bandana for purifying water, or some water tabs, something lighter, less bulky, but I'm keeping it in there. I might put this in my bug out bag. I might switch this out. I think I'm going to put this in my bug out bag or in my vehicle bag, one of the two. Maybe just leave it in the door of the vehicle. We have like a little catch of things that we do. Yeah, I got magnesium in there in my get home bag because I want to be able to start a fire quick and fast. Walking all day, if you had a bad situation, is not going to be too freaking fun. I also have a little tiny thing of shampoo, and I love these little compact toothbrushes. So you got, you know, and what I want to do is take some of my toothbrush charcoal tabs and put them inside here. So that's why I'm rearranging it today, because I have a lot to do. I want to add them in there because then that's together and that's even easier. This needs to be put in the right bag. And that's another reason I go through it. As y'all know, I'm fire crazy. I think that, one, this could be a good bartering item in an SHTF. So you're walking down the road, you're in an SHTF. And somebody's like, hey, can you help me start a fire? Blah, blah, blah. Help me, blah, blah, blah. I'm freezing. Maybe you could barter a bag of magnesium shavings, some matches, and some dryer lint for an apple. Maybe you could barter, and I'll give you some things to start fires for the next week or 10 days. But I see you have a bag of Ruffles. So I want a bag of Ruffles, and I'll give you some fire start and stuff. You know, you could teach them how to use a ferro rod. So there's so many things that you could barter with. Like, I don't purposely go out and buy stuff to barter with. I use things around me. And I always try to carry a couple extra lighters in there and some matches, because if they don't have, and I do, this could be a good little bartering item. So could some basic first aid stuff. Let me see here what else I got up in this bag. That's why I really need to go through it. Oh, I got another water. Woo. Now, this bag doesn't have a lot of food because I took it out and I was doing demos with it. So that's another reason I'm going through it, is it's time for this bag to get serious and to get packed right. I got coffee filters. Another way to filter my water. I do have a roll of RVTB. I have an ACE bandage for my knee, and each one of us need to address that too. Like if you have a medical problem, maybe it's medicine. Maybe you have a bad shoulder. Maybe you have a knee brace. Maybe you have a back brace. Maybe you have a lower back brace, whatever it may be. You need to have that in your get home bag and your bug out bag. I have a couple pens, and I have Tic Tacs. I do have Tic Tacs. Nothing like a mint when you're stressed out. I have a chapstick, because chapstick will start a fire. I have a couple more